Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back of his Teardown lab. A while back I did these sort of blood tests, cholesterol or whatever they were, and ooh, got to be careful there, a pricker. And I was just about to throw them out, although I might just keep this container because that looks pretty useful for screws, so I'm going to keep this container. But I was going to throw out the actual old test strips. These are used up ones and the actual old chip that went into the meter. And but what I thought was, why not have a quick look inside here? So just a recap for you, when you use these blood testing strips, you put them into the sort of meter, but they need this corresponding key, and the key is sort of marked up with the batch number. If I show you the label I just removed, there is normally a number, and you can see there 9253, and that matches this. And if the numbers don't match, then it complains and says you can't have your blood test. These were the cholesterol tests. Remember, the really, really thick ones that need loads of blood. That's that. They're used up now. So this is what you have. These are the sort of chips. And what I suspect potentially you could replicate if you really wanted to get by the whole, DRM. That's basically what these blood test companies are doing. And I know I can understand that they need to do it to actually sort of ensure quality of the product. You don't want somebody using a test that's going to basically expire and cause some issues. Whoa, well, interestingly enough though, there's a little bit more to this than just sort of meets the eye. It's looking suspiciously like some sort of prom. I thought it was just going to be a basic like a resistor or something, and that I've seen that before where they've just got a sort of resistor and the device is looking for a particular value there. But you can see here definitely this chip looks to me to say FM93C46A, and I can have a quick look up on the internet of that and we'll see what that chip actually does. Right, took a bit of hunting on the internet, but I found out it's an FM93C46A, and it's basically a 1 kilobit CMOS EEPROM. So that's all it is. You could use this in your project right now if you've got something that can read this sort of, I think it's one wire protocol, whatever it is. You can look up the data sheet and yeah, you could just read off these and reprogram them as you see fit. If you read them off, for example, and they happen to just display these numbers here, then it'd be easy to reprogram them. I can't really remember how the system works then in the whole DRM universe. There is a possibility though that different test sticks might use different pins, and depending on the actual serial number, the batch might actually just move these around. But I don't know. I don't rightly know really. The only thing I could also guess was that if you have this chip in, for example, and it has an internal counter, so it'll say like 9253, we've done 10 tests, and we know that this, like for example, this packet only had 2 in it. So if it only has 2 in it, the unit will say you've used up 2 credits on here, so you can't have any more goes. So it'd be interesting to sort of look that up, because it might be writing to these as well. So I'd read one before I used it and then read one after I'd used it and see if it's actually just decreasing a counter on there, and what happens if you put that counter up or you just put another random number. So if you happen to have a big old batch of these but without the actual chip, you could get by. Yeah, it's an interesting one though. It's quite novel. I'm almost tempted just to sort of keep this around and rather than just chuck it away, because you never know when you need a particular chip. But then, frankly, if I was going to do a project, design a new IC PCB, I would just get the IC I want, because I want to be able to buy that in thousands of quantity of thousands of these. I'm not going to make a decision just because I happen to have one sitting on a shelf. So anyway, that's a little bit interesting. So that's your, component of the day. If you were going to, I'm not going to do it, but yes, you could hack your blood testing machine. Doesn't sound wise though, does it, guys? Please comment down below, like, share, subscribe if you're that way inclined, and as ever, thanks for watching.